Hey, everybody. This is not Xbox Ultimate
Whoa.
Podcast. What is up? What's going on? My name is Mav, and this is Kaitlin.
Oops.
And
Hi,
we
guys.
are,
Merry Christmas.
yeah,
Happy
just kind of
holidays.
hanging out, impromptu style. Wanted to, I guess, most of all, just say thank you to everybody in the community. Might have some people kind of trickling in, but want to say thank you to everybody in the community for hanging out with us this past year. Also wanted to say thank you, babe,
You're welcome.
for everything that you've done to help the podcast, everything get started.
Mm, My pleasure.
What are you doing right now? Your nails?
For some reason, this has just become like my nail day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's become your nail time to like do your nails is when we're actually recording a podcast. Not that this is a podcast. This is not our podcast. So
I do
I
it
want to
during a
make sure
regular
everybody
podcast, though.
understands this is not going to be part of the podcast.
It's just for fun.
This is just for fun. If anybody is out there that wants to hang out with us and chat, or if anybody we know wants to hop in the Discord, even that's fine with me. That's good with you.
No. I'm kidding.
We're about to make some steak. And
So
are we gonna watch any of
hungry.
those movies tonight?
No.
No.
I didn't plan on it.
Do you care about either of them? Soul or Wonder Woman?
I care about Soul.
So you wouldn't care if I watched Wonder Woman. Hey, Masuko, Merry Christmas, man.
No, that's fine.
Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. This is and just like everybody, and the Blue, what's going on? This is not a normal episode of Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Therefore, I put it in the title, not Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Although this is our normal time slot, we usually go live Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is just an impromptu Merry Christmas, a little thing with me and my wife here. We are saying thank you to you guys in the community for stopping in and hanging out with us, and for being here for our podcast and for us on Twitter and watching streams on YouTube, and all of that stuff throughout the year. It's been awesome. Started
It has.
back in what, April, maybe March?
No,
April?
I think like May. I know
May.
how you can see.
Yeah. Maybe it
Just
was
go
May.
to Twitter. Go to Twitter and see when you made how long you've been on Twitter for.
When I made my account. Yeah. Because the Twitter account actually was new. I had an old Twitter account that I just kind of followed a bunch of like gaming
June.
sites and stuff.
Actually, June. Wow.
I didn't start this till June.
Yep.
It seems longer than that.
And I know that that's accurate because you made all your social media accounts like at once, right?
Yes. I was it's not that I wasn't on social media before. I just didn't actually talk to anybody on social media before. And I just had my accounts that I just kind of followed the gaming sites and the podcasts that I listened to, like but I didn't even know any of these other YouTube podcasts existed. I didn't know all these podcasters existed until I made my own podcast and I started recording episodes, and then set up the Twitter account. And then I started interacting with people, and I discovered this amazing community that I didn't even know was really here. Even though I played video games and I loved Xbox, I just never really interacted with people that much, you know? So it's been awesome. So you the same, Masuko? Yeah, I think part of it maybe because of the pandemic and we've been stuck at home so much. You know, I stopped watching sports as much because, like, babe, like I obsess over sports as much as I do video
You didn't
games
miss
and movies.
anything.
But this year, because I haven't cared about sports really at all, it just seems off, right?
Yeah.
and TVs kind of disappeared. You know, the last year when all the seasons and all the sports leagues got shut down and everything is kind of like I just started watching YouTube more, right? And
Um,
then I was like, hey, I got extra time. I'm gonna stop being a chicken and actually make my own podcast. You were
yep,
probably part of that, pushing me to do it.
probably, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've been trying to get you to do it for years.
Little did we know that you would end up being on the podcast.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm doing here, but I'll keep coming back.
You make all the little fun stuff for us, like you did on like the overlay here. Merry Christmas.
Oh, I didn't even like look at it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Well, Masuko, I'm glad you are interacting with people now because you are an awesome guy for hanging out in the chat. Um, I've been seeing you around the last, I guess, maybe month or so, I think, or maybe 2 months, quite a bit. If I'm wrong on that, then I'm stupid. But that's about how long I think I've recognized it. Yeah, yeah, born. Yeah, my favorite teams had I'm a Cowboys fan. So I'm a homer. Like I grew up in Dallas area, and I grew up with the Cowboys. I grew up with the Rangers. I grew up with the Stars, and I grew up with the Mavericks. And I've always been a fan of my team, right? Just I went to the games. I watched them on TV all the time locally. I just grew up as a fan. I grew up with the '90s Cowboy dynasty, right? So it's hard not to be a fan. You're in Dallas, the Blue, nice man. And so, but the Cowboys have kind of sucked for a while now. Even though I have obsessed with them over them for so long, and I would know everything about everything, but this past year has been different. I just I haven't cared as. I am kind of excited for this basketball season to get started because it seems
Well,
like
you know
it
the
could.
Mavs play tonight,
Yeah, is it the um
their first
yeah
game.
which is on Christmas, which is crazy. It's like the whole
Yeah.
ski season and the schedule's out of whack. It's still messing with me. How are they doing right now, man? Because honestly, like
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
you're
saying,
such a fan.
I know that's what I'm saying. How many years did I go in a row without missing a Mavs game?
Never since I've known you, which has been um,
15,
since a long
16 years.
time.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like I'm just like I don't know. It's weird. I know I'm a huge. Maybe it's because of Dirk is gone.
Maybe.
You know.
My mom loved the show Dallas. We actually live extremely close to South Fork Ranch, the place where I don't know if do they actually film any of it there? Yeah, they filmed outside scenes, right? Like in the backyard and the front.
Yes. So right down the road from us, 10 minutes away, is South Fork Ranch, where they filmed the outdoor scenes and the mansion that you see on TV and everything from that show is right down the road from us, and we can drive by it. You can actually take a tour, but they did not film the show inside of the house. The show was actually filmed inside the house on a set, I think, in just like
Mhm.
Hollywood or whatever, right? But yeah, you can actually go take a tour and like be on the outside of the house and walk the grounds. And the interesting thing though is like the house isn't really that big. You know, the
Mm-mm.
the land that it's on is a good size. But the house itself is really not that big, and they make it look bigger with like wide angle lenses and everything like that on for TV. So it's kind of an
So they don't
optical
film it in.
illusion.
Oh yeah.
It is very
Uh,
pretty though. It's a pretty house. Hey Matthew,
they
how's it going?
they do a lot of like events and stuff there.
Yeah.
Like people can use it as an event space
Yeah, that's mainly what it's for now. That and the
in the
tours and stuff.
tours.
Like my high school prom was at South Fork Ranch. right? And they have like these banquet halls and stuff like that that you can rent out, and it's really like not even part of the house. It's just like attached to the house because the property is kind of used as like an attraction site. Um, that's pretty cool. Oh, congratulations on the new phone, Matthew. Is it an iPhone or is it a Samsung or like what kind of phone? That's
You
awesome,
know, the
dude.
funny thing is I've never even seen an episode of Dallas.
Yeah, you've never seen an episode of Dallas?
No.
It's not a horrible show. Like I think you have to get invested in it to really appreciate it because it's about the characters and stuff.
When did it come out?
Nice,
Like, when was
man.
it popular? In the 70s?
80s,
80s?
80s.
Yeah, I was probably too young.
I think early 80s.
Then they did that remake.
Yeah, they tried a remake on I think it was on TNT or something like a few years back, and it lasted like a year, I think. And it was like I think it was like their kids, but it's supposed to be their
Oh,
kids
really?
and stuff. Yeah, yeah, we're too young. Yeah, dude, the reruns were on for that show for forever though. I mean I actually was really into shows like I Love Lucy and stuff like that when I was a kid, right? There was like my mom always watched Murder She Wrote, and I was talking to Mojo actually on Twitter about this Perry Mason and stuff, and I always like really got into those shows and everything. But those didn't
My
have like ongoing story as much, you know, as about each episode being kind of their own separate thing.
my favorite was do you know Rhoda?
Yeah,
I loved that show.
Ricky, Babaloo, Babaloo, hey. Yeah. Yeah, I Love Lucy was awesome. Was it Lucy and Ricky and Ethel and Fred?
Mhm.
um, Fred Mertz, right? It was Fred Mertz, Ethel and Fred Mertz.
I don't remember their last name.
Speaking of TV shows, I never understood the appeal of Game of Thrones, is what Matthew Kodak says. So yeah, I'll make a confession here, guys. I have never watched a full episode of Game of Thrones all the way through. I started it like 2 or 3 times and I kind of got bored and turned it off. So I know based on the stuff I like, I should like this show. And if I actually like invested in it and stuck for a couple episodes, I'd probably really get sucked in. But there's a couple other shows like that, you know, and everybody has these things, right? Everybody has these things where it's like a lot of people like this thing and you feel like you're supposed to like it, so you like keep giving it a shot, right? And but you just aren't into it for some reason. And that's kind of that show for me for some reason. I don't know why.
I feel like that's me with like seafood.
No, there's a lot of people that don't like seafood.
That's true.
I feel like
That's
I'm
true.
like one in like 100,000 that don't like Game of Thrones. Or I won't say that I don't like it. I just haven't ever given it a fair shot. And it didn't grip me in the first episode. Which, if you watch an hour long show and you're like kind of like, okay, this is great. It's not much chance you're gonna watch the second episode unless you just do it for the heck of it. Like once we watched like Walking Dead, the first show of that, we were like hooked. I was like,
We
oh
were
my
hooked.
god, we got to know what happens next. And you watch, uh, if you're catching up on that show for us anyway, well, you can go like 10 episodes in a sitting. You know, is what it was like. And now the show, we both I think are in agreement that it's not as good as it used to be.
What, The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of started to go like all over the place
yeah,
a little bit, or they just stick with one thing
too
for way too
long. Like I think that started that. I think the downhill of Walking Dead started with the whole Negan storyline. Now Negan in itself
I
was
really liked that, but
it was a good character, but because he was such a successful character, they kept it going for so long, and it drug on for what seemed like 3 seasons, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that whole thing kind of like ultimately
Lost some.
they kept trying to, sustain what they had, and then they moved on to like the skinwalkers after that and stuff. And that was pretty cool. But again, it drug on for forever. I get back when Walking Dead was, you know, first few seasons, it was kind of like, each season was almost like its own thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you know what? Like, you could say, yeah, it's not like that will have a happy ending, but because it's what happens in the first episode, everything is sad from that point. But you can uh have characters that you root for, and things that you root for that can be succeed in the end. I would say, I think, um based on the show, like when you think like basically it's a total apocalypse and the whole world has ended, then you come to realize, hey, humanity is still there and finding
Mhm.
ways to survive and thrive and grow at, it's kind of where we're at right now. It's different, but it's interesting. It gets kind of like, uh, there's a lot of really cool storylines in that show, but it don't get it too attached to a character. If you fall in love with the character and that's the reason you watch the show, then you may be finding looking for another show. Hey,
But
Avish.
that makes it more like you get more emotionally invested into it,
Yep.
you know?
Did we watch The Last Ship? No, I don't know what The Last Ship TV series is.
I don't know if that is either.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Born. We're gonna find out how it's gonna eventually end, sort of, because when they announced that this is the final season, right? Or is it next? I think it's the final season. Um, there's all these spin-off movies and stuff that they're making. So how the show ends, the main storyline show has branched off into what is now two other shows that will keep going for a while at least, and then also the spin-off movies. So the storyline and the shared universe is going to continue, and it's going to keep continuing, and I don't think there will be an end. It's just stories that are going to take place in this new world that they created. Because if you really look at it, the ending was the beginning. Everything else is grows from there.
You're right. Merry Christmas, Avish. See,
Zombieland movie.
that was my Christmas present. I called you Avish. It's back to Avish tomorrow.
Kind of burned out with zombies. Yeah. I think I want to see a movie with zombies kind of done like some of these video games have done recently, like The Last of Us, you know, with the clickers and stuff, and like having to sneak around a lot. Um, that's a different take, I think what zombies needs is a different take, because you got most movies now, they follow like, okay, there's like the horde of zombies, like you can do like World War Z and stuff. You got the running zombies like in Zombieland, where like you're constantly being chased after the entire movie, right? Or you got you just your like slow mob walking zombies like Walking Dead, right? And that would also be kind of like Night of the Living Dead, and those is kind of similar to that, but I like a different take where it's that The Last of Us does that pretty good, where you have like those zombies where if you make a noise, they'll come after you. I think it adds to the tension.
There was that Sandra Bullock movie, but I don't know
Oh yeah,
what.
Birds, I think is what it is. I don't think we ever watched that.
Was it like you had to like wear bandanas, like a blindfold or something?
Yeah, that's kind of what they had in the preview. Like, for some reason they couldn't look at them or something.
Bird Box, yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, World War Z was intense. Oh, speaking of birds though, there was actually a good horror movie like from back in the day called Birds. I think it was like a Hitchcock movie or something.
Oh, so old.
You remember? And you remember the other movie that was like The Fog?
Yes.
That was good.
Did it have Mark Wahlberg in it?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember who was in it.
I'm thinking of, isn't there another movie called The
Yeah,
Mist?
The Happening, I think, is the Mark Wahlberg movie, and it's kind of similar. I think there's The Mist and The Fog. I don't know which one I'm talking about. Maybe it's The Mist. Yeah, I think Stephen King's is The Mist. Stephen King, The Mist. Starring. Who is it starring? Starring Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane, the Punisher, in Stephen King, The Mist. And then there was What's the Fog? There was a movie called The Fog, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, The Fog. 1980 movie. John Carpenter. So we got a Stephen King movie and a John Carpenter movie. John Carpenter. Is The Fog a zombie movie? Yeah, I mean, it's like the same concept, I think. We need to watch The Fog.
We haven't watched it?
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have. I just don't remember it. There's a remake in 2005. Who here has seen The Fog in the chat? Yeah, that's the Wahlberg one, and it was a M Night Shyamalan. We call him Shyamalan movie. The Thing in the 80s, yeah. That was like the Kurt Russell movie. It was good.
Merry Christmas, Matthew. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, take it easy, Matthew. Enjoy that new phone, bro. Ooh, The Ring. So, Masuko, when I was in high school, I watched The Ring. And it was the American version. And that movie like scared the crap out of me, you know, for a little while. You know, that was one of the scariest movies I had seen at the theater. And every time my phone rang after a while, you know, or we watched a movie or anything, it was kind of like, you didn't really want to look at the TV, and you didn't want to answer your phone if you didn't know the number, you know.
You know I knew you then, right?
Yes.
You
Well,
called me after it and you said 7
yeah, I
days.
did. I called her and I was like,
Talking about.
that movie is pretty creepy. Yeah, that's a good one. The Ring 2 is okay, you know, but the Ring 1 was legit. Now I've heard from multiple people that the Ring that the Japanese version is a lot scarier. So, but because they say that, I have not brung myself to watch it because the American version was scary enough for me. And there's another movie like that where they say the Japanese version is a lot scarier, and that's The Grudge. Yeah, you remember The Grudge, babe?
Oh, yeah.
That one.
I don't know. I think The Grudge might be scarier.
No, Ring's scarier.
It's like I don't even remember The Ring that much, I guess.
When she's started to come out of the TV screen at the end of the ring, I about shit my pants. That was freaking terrifying. I think the whole theater gasped and like made noise and was like, you know, you could hear that like from everybody. It was crazy. Yeah, that there was not a moment in a movie I remember like everybody in the theater being that truly scared. You know, there's like jump scares, you know, but this wasn't a jump scare. Everybody was afraid that this lady was about to come through the theater screen and come get us all. Everybody was terrified, you know.
Did we watch Midnight Meat Train? That sounds familiar.
What is it?
Midnight Meat Train?
No, I don't
Why does
think
it sound familiar?
we saw we probably saw The Ring 2 together.
Yeah, we did. We haven't watched a lot of like the newer scary movies the past couple years.
Yeah, I've kind of become a scary movie pansy.
Me too.
I don't know why, but it's like I don't need that feeling in my life. It's like you have a choice. Do you want to watch something that's going to make you laugh or like uh make you kind of miserable for the next couple hours? I think we usually choose the one that's going to make us laugh. Now, there's those kind of horror movies that you're talking about, Born. Yeah, like we'll watch those like campy ones that are kind of stupid and fun. But the ones that are like, you know, like The Ring or what's like I haven't watched Babadook yet. I really want to watch that, but it honestly looks really scary. And then there's a couple other that come out recently that
We've
are
never
kind of like
seen
that.
Annabelle.
Huh?
I don't know how scary Annabelle is supposed to be, but we've
Yeah,
never.
I won't watch Annabelle. When I
You
was a
won't watch.
kid, Chucky, I was scared of Chucky.
I loved the Chucky movies when I was a kid.
So like Annabelle is like worse than Chucky, you know? Like Chucky is just a stupid little like, you know, he's gonna get you with a knife, but then that Annabelle doll is freaking scares me. See, Saw isn't really a horror movie to me. It's more of just a gore fest, you know? And that doesn't bother me. I think those movies are kind of fun, you know? Like
Yeah.
over the top, kind of fun a little bit. I mean, they are kind of intense, you know, and you kind of like, oh no, I don't want this to happen to that person. What? They're gonna show that? Holy crap, you know? Oh my god, he was lying on the floor the whole time. Spoiler alert. Um, but yeah, it's
That's understandable, Born.
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that's normal to. Today we have two big movies released on Christmas at home. This is the first. I've never seen Hostel.
Me either.
I've heard it's good. We do like remember Joyride and there's
Yeah,
and Jeepers Creepers. I don't know how we got on this horror movie subject.
me either. Such lovely Christmas.
How about Krampus? Krampus was one of those like kind of goofy horror movies.
Yeah, it really was.
I wouldn't like Hostel. It's probably why I never watched it because it didn't seem like I would like it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was good, and in the remake of that was good. I never really liked the Freddy and the Jason movies. Kind of weird, but I do like the Halloween movies. Michael
The
Myers.
Halloween movies are my favorite.
So Anthony, you said the first Hostel is really good. We should give it a try, babe. There was one
Sure.
movie that came out a couple years ago that we both like a lot, and it's crazy. It's about this blind guy,
Oh, Lights Out.
No, not lights. Lights out's the one where you turn the lights off and like the lady.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
What
this
was
one is like I don't remember the name of it, but this kid and his friends they break into this old blind guy's house and try and steal money from him. But like he's no joke and nothing to mess with, and he like locks him inside and tries to take him out stuff and um
it just
and
gets
there
crazy from
yeah then
there?
it gets crazier. Like you find out this guy is not really just a normal guy, right?
Give it away to people.
Huh?
I said,
Yeah,
don't give it away.
yeah. It's a good movie. What's that name of that movie? Movie?
Is it Get Out? No,
No, that's
that's the one.
good too.
Yeah,
Um, Don't Breathe.
that's right.
Called Don't Breathe. Yeah, that movie is pretty crazy, especially if you stick
Called Don't
around
Breathe
toward the end.
because he's blind, so all of his other senses are like super heightened,
Or he just
right?
listen. He just listens really well. Maybe I don't know.
It's true. I'm right.
You might be. I don't know.
I am.
Look at Kate's room, guys. It's like snowing in there or something. Look, there's a little sparkle everywhere she goes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Was that a sympathy laugh?
What? Because I feel bad for you for making such a lame joke.
Yes. Free Guy and Dune remake. Is Free Guy, is that the one with Matthew McConaughey? Bourne says he hopes that's not asbestos. Yeah, I hope not too. I've gotten like asbestos, and I've had to work around it before. No fun. Any games or movies you're looking forward to next year, babe?
Halo. Um, Movies. I don't know.
Movie scene's kind of weird. It's hard to even keep
Yeah,
track of
have
what's
they
coming.
really um announced that much?
They well, there's all the HBO Max stuff that we know is coming, and
Yeah, but
that's
those are all
like,
movies we've seen.
huh?
Those are all movies we've seen, though.
No, I mean they're new movie releases that are coming like day one, like today. Like they're doing Wonder Woman, so they're doing other movies like that this year too.
Right.
All of the HBO, all of these like Warner Brothers movies are going straight to HBO Max on day of release. Ryan Reynolds, that's who it is. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It looked pretty cool. It's like he's in a video game, right? That he's like an NPC that decides to like actually take control of his life all of a sudden. It's a funny concept. It looks pretty good. I think we saw a trailer for that at the end of something last year.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's he's just like going about his business as a non-player character, right? Like doing the little, you know how in GTA there's like people just walking around, just doing
Hmm.
whatever, right?
He's one
And you don't interact with them or anything. They're just like put there by the game creators. So
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds plays one of those guys, and then like he realizes like, hey, he's like, I'm sick of this. Like I'm gonna take control and uh of my life or whatever. And it kind of creates some. He becomes a player and not a character. And it's interesting.
Hmm.
Definitely looks like something I'm gonna watch.
You'll have to show me a trailer for it.
I will. I know you've seen one before. You probably don't remember it.
I don't remember at all. I feel like I would remember that. Must have been your other wife.
So again, everybody, thanks for watching right now. This is not Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Episode does not exist. This is just hanging out, chatting, talking about whatever. We had a great Christmas today, and it's not over yet. We're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm gonna force my wife to watch Wonder Woman against her will. And I'm gonna cook some steak in a minute. We're just gonna in a minute. We're gonna cook some steak. What are we having with steak?
Guess.
Yes.
Try and effing remember something for once that you've heard a million times.
Hey, Mike.
And go.
Oh man. So this happens all the time. I forget everything.
Hey, Mike.
What are we having with the steak?
I've literally told you a million times.
Scallop potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And asparagus. No, and broccoli. Scallop potatoes and broccoli. What?
Wrong and wrong.
Wrong and wrong?
You got both of those wrong.
Well, that's what we had decided on.
No.
That's what I suggested when we were talking about it.
Yeah, well, we didn't pick that.
We didn't, or you didn't?
I didn't.
Okay, so... Oh, man.
Actually, I gave you the option between that and other things, and you chose this other thing. So I put it in your hands. You're the one that chose this, and you can't even remember what it is.
I'm in trouble, guys. Baked potatoes.
We're having scallop potatoes. Yes, we're having scallop potatoes and baked potatoes. Yes, that's what's for dinner.
You said I was wrong on the scallop potatoes. So are we having scallop potatoes or are we not?
On the sides.
Scallop potatoes is a side.
I meant the veggie.
So we're having more than one veggie? You said I was wrong and wrong. Like I was wrong on both.
You said asparagus and broccoli, and I said wrong and wrong.
I said asparagus and I changed it to broccoli.
Yeah, and I said you're wrong on both.
Okay, so we are having scallop potatoes.
Yes.
Okay.
But you should know that. If I say no, we're not, you should be like, no, we are.
Oh, geez. Okay, so I was right on one of them. We are having, I know it's not corn, because I can't eat corn. Green beans.
I'm just gonna drink my vodka.
Oh man, come on, guys. What's another veggie? I already said asparagus. I said broccoli. I said okay. Is it beans? Is it ranch style beans?
No, it's not fucking beans.
Is it?
This is unfucking believable.
Spinach. Is it spinach?
No.
Because I love my spinach. Okay. Is it corn?
Yes, I'm going to make corn that you can't have because I want to kill you on Christmas. Right about now, I wish that it was corn. Hi, Daz.
Hey, Daz. Sprouts? No, it's not sprouts. I know she's not making sprouts. Is it okay? Like, is it green?
Yes.
Okay, it's a green vegetable, and it's not green beans. It's not asparagus, and it's not broccoli. What the hell else is there? Oh no! Oh, I know what it is. It's Caesar salad. Yes, I
Yes.
remember what it is. We're having
Really
Caesar salad.
gross.
Homemade Caesar
You
salad.
own it, you turd.
Yeah, Caesar salad, scalloped potatoes, and steak tonight for Christmas dinner. It's not moldy cheese. Although we did find some old hamburger buns in our pantry last night, or the day
Wasn't last
before,
night,
or the day
3 days
before.
ago.
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember. My track of time is off. And yeah, that was interesting. That was not the right color. That's for sure. Yeah, we usually do ribeyes.
Like,
Always do ribeyes, but we also do like New York strip. So we decided this time, let's go with some New York strip as a change. So no ribeyes tonight. We're going with the New York strip.
they look
My
good
wife,
too.
my wife is from 5 minutes away from New York, right?
What are you talking about New York for?
The New York strip.
Oh, yeah. You're weird. I already seasoned the steaks earlier.
Did you? Nice.
Oh.
So this is the way we do steak. She marinades and does all the seasoning, and I cook them. So they taste good because she did it, and then they're cooked good because I did it.
Teamwork, baby.
She cooks like you guys see that on Twitter. If you follow her on Twitter and me, because I share this stuff sometimes, you can she can cook. And but what you may not know is that I do all the outside cooking. I do the ribeyes and burgers, whatever. If it's cooked outside, then that's me. Nice, Mike. Oh, hi, Kaylee.
Why do her lips look red?
I don't know. They look red on the camera.
Say hi.
Merry Christmas, baby, again. And her eyes look extra blue too.
Red. Were you eating candy? Yeah.
So, Kaylee, what did you think of your Christmas presents?
Oh, Daddy said, what did you think of your Christmas presents? It was amazing. I loved it. I've used the part machine. Do not bring that thing down here either. I'm serious. Do not.
Yeah, she's been on that PC. This is the first time I thought she was still in there, honestly, because ever since probably 11 o'clock this morning, she's been on that PC in her room hanging out. So it's been awesome. It was worth it. We kind of tend to focus Christmas just around her, you know. When's the last time we actually got anything for each other on Christmas? Nice, Daz. Couple years ago, yeah. Yeah, Dad says he's gonna decorate his room pink because you're jealous. He's jealous of your room.
I'm jealous of her room.
That's the cool thing about being a parent sometimes is like, and if you're lucky enough to be in a certain situation, you can kind of do things that you wish you had or, when you were a kid, right? So there's a little bit of selfishness there as well, right? Kind of living through your child in a way. So
definitely.
Yeah, this year she's just like gotten so into gaming. I think because of COVID, the pandemic, she's not around her friends anywhere near as much as she was before and stuff. So she's been at home a lot. But man, she's like, I always tried to get her into Xbox when she was younger, but she always just kind of played on the iPad, But this past year is like, I mean, she's getting good too. Like she'll destroy us in Fortnite or if we play a game with them and her friends. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, she's got super into it, and like she's hinted before that she wanted a PC, but like she's never just ask, for anything really. You have to like pull it out of her. Like, what do you want? Tell me something you want, child. We need to know something. Give us an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And she still would never say that, but we knew that because she kind of hinted at times before. So we got lucky being able to do that for her this.
She would never have asked for something like that because she probably thought like, I can't ask for that, you know?
I hear you, Daz. And we do kind of, I think, spoil her at times because she's our only kid, right? So it's just like we, she gets all the attention. But she has a lot of cousins who she has not gotten to see as much this year. I couldn't even honestly tell you. I think she has 11 cousins or 12.
Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't know. Thought it was like 13. Maybe it's 12.
Yeah, she's gonna keep it pretty tidy. She used to be a monster and destroy everything she touched. Now she's really not like that anymore. She's learned her lessons from that. We kind of stay on top of her about that.
Well, because she ends up not, if it gets too dirty, she ends up not wanting to be in there because she's
Yeah.
not enjoying the space.
When she had like all of her toys and stuff, when she was really into toys and everything, like we would pick up the room, make it nice and neat, and then she would go in there, and that night it would just be like a bomb went off in there. It was crazy. Just stuff everywhere, and the dogs would, because of how crazy messy it was, the dogs would always get a hold of something, and
Mhm.
tear it up. So but that's all past now.
Hey, back.
Back from dead. So I was playing before we went live here. I was playing Gears 5 with the Crispy Bomb, and he helped me with some of the campaign. And man, the campaign has some frustrating moments where it's like, okay, is that a glitch, or is that like what? Why can't I progress? Or what am I supposed to do, and what am I missing? But when it's like going with the story and the action is so amazing. Electrical. Here, your kids go and stick things in the light sockets and the plugs. So, hey, everybody in the chat, and if you're watching this after the fact, put in the comments from the chat, what is your most anticipated 2021 game and a movie? I'm curious. Most anticipated 2021 game and movie.
I hear her.
Yeah, you hear her through the stream. You guys, that's her in her redone. So what, we didn't just like build a room, obviously. Like she had a bedroom, but we had this extra room in the house that had kind of been like a hangout area. And what we did secretly is change that hangout area into her bedroom. And so we got a bed, we got a desk, we got the PC, and we did that all without her knowing somehow. It was a pain in the ass. Been working on it for little while, and but that hangout area, which is now her room, is right next to this office. So she's been in there all day playing and on the PC and talking to her friends and stuff. She talks to her friends on Discord and stuff. So you can hear her screaming and stuff, and that's probably going to be interesting on the streams and stuff going forward to
I
see
don't
how
think
that
it'll
goes.
be bad.
Yeah, it probably won't be that bad.
Um, did you notice the star I put on the Christmas tree on the overlay?
Oh, it's an Xbox star. Yeah, Daz, the PlayStation jammies, the onesie. That's awesome. Hey, your father-in-law doesn't notice you. Doesn't know you at all, huh? I have a question. Were you with him when he gave it to you, or was that like a gift that they sent to you and you opened? So we got Forza 8, John Wick 4. John Wick 4 is coming out this year. That's awesome. Forza 8. We only got 2 submissions on this. I'm like, what's going on, guys? There's only one movie and one game that's anticipated in 2021. Had John Wick 4 and Forza 8. I don't know if we're getting Forza 8 this year, Daz. I think we might get Forza Horizon 5 before we get Forza 8. This is a debate that me and Mike have going back and forth with each other, I think, at this point. He just sent you it? That's awesome, dude. So what did you think when you opened it? Hey, these are awesome jammies, and you saw PlayStation. You're like, then you're like, hey, these are still awesome, but I don't think my father-in-law knows who I am. Or did he do it just to rub it in your face? You know, like you'll never be good enough for my daughter. Here's the PlayStation jammies. You got bullied into wearing it? Yeah. I saw the picture with you flipping off the camera. That was awesome. Hey, you know what? You're going to enjoy the hell out of those. And PlayStation's cool too. I can't wait for Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, what is it going to be now? 6? No. 7? Somebody help me out. What's the next Gran Turismo? 7. See what other HBO Max movie debuts.
Doing another Matrix? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is like on fire, guys. You know, he's
No, you are.
he's kind of like the go-to big big time name because everybody likes the guy. Suicide Squad, Godzilla versus Kong, The Matrix 4. Yeah, John Wick 4. I don't know if they announced that's going to be this year. If the Batman comes out, the one with what's his name? Robert Pattinson? Pattinson, whatever. I don't know his name. Robert Pattinson. If the Batman comes out, that is my most anticipated movie right now. Period. Because what they did with that just looks sick. Like that trailer is my favorite. It's one of my favorite movie trailers I think I've ever seen. It's like they just nailed the vibe of that movie. So from what I can tell so far, I'm so freaking excited for that, man. And you guys can tell you guys can tell I'm a Batman fan, right? I like a lot of that stuff. But yeah, definitely. But I don't know. Is that a 2021? I thought it was a 2021 Christmas movie. No, 2022 actually. That sucks. That's a ways off. Yeah, Bond. Bond's gonna be good. Back for Blood. Yeah, I'm excited about that game. Halo Infinite for me is my most
Oh,
anticipated game for
I
100%.
can't freaking wait. I hope it comes out when she's like on Thanksgiving break or something.
We might make our own Thanksgiving break. We don't want to wake up in the morning to take her to school.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah, it'll be around Thanksgiving break, you know.
That's what I figured.
It'll probably be before though, because they'll want it to already be out before Black Friday.
That's true.
So, what day is Thanksgiving in 2021? Because so Halo 2 or Halo 20th anniversary, I think, is actually next year on I think November 20th.
November 25th.
Okay, so November 15th, 2001 is when the first Halo came out. So if they release it on the 20th anniversary, which would make sense, then you would be looking at a 2021 November 15th release date. I think the only other possibility is if they go with November 7th, which because 117.
I thought I saw a screenshot on Twitter today that someone took when they like looked up Halo Infinite or something on their in Game Pass, and it said that this title will be added to Game Pass, and then it had a date, and I forget what it was.
You saw it today?
Yeah. I don't know if it was fake or what.
Was it like a screenshot somebody?
I don't remember. I think so.
I mean, you can't find out anything on Twitter or on Google right now. I mean, Wikipedia still says.
No, you go to Game Pass.
You got all of these guys probably like scrambling up these phones.
Did you find it?
No. I mean, they just said fall 2021. Anything that would be listed would be not be fake at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the Halo song by Beyonce, Avish? I could be your Halo. I don't think so. I don't think they'll use that in Halo. Far Cry 6. That's a good one. Far Cry Return to the Jungle. You know, they kind of did like they did what the Himalayas, right? And then they went to or was it Tibet or something? And then they Nepal to Tibet. Then they went to America, Montana, right? And yeah, I like Far Cry and in the Jungle. So I'm excited about that.
All right, hun.
Yeah.
We've been going an hour, and I
Mhm.
just noticed that it's like 45 outside. And you're supposed to grill, and the temperature is going to keep dropping. Do you not want to grill?
I'll be fine. I just need socks. I'll actually have to wear socks when I go out there. The grill will keep me warm.
It's still going to be cold, though.
That's fine. I can brave that.
Okay. So I think we should go ahead and do that. And then maybe get on and play some games.
Yeah, you want to have a impromptu after hours game night thing for the not Xbox Ultimate podcast
Mm-hmm.
episode does not exist.
Do a not whatever we call the other thing.
Back from death. It's only 19 there. Yeah, I'm used to it being at like 95 to 100 degrees. So when it's 45 here, it's pretty cold. Now, it depends because we live next to this wide open field also. And if there's a breeze, it gets freaking windy as hell, and that makes it a lot worse. But yeah, that's cold, man. Now she's from Vermont, and I've been there in the winter plenty of times, and that's freaking cold too. I've been in the negative degrees. Die Hard. Y'all are watching Die Hard tonight, Mike? Nice. You guys have fun with that. All right, guys. I want to again thank everybody for being awesome this year. Helping us grow this channel and also the podcast. And my streams. Thanks for hanging out. I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy all the others.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever all there is that I'm too ignorant to know about or remember. I'm sorry, but happy it. And I hope everybody has an awesome time. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Thank you again, guys. You've been awesome. And it's been really cool getting to know a lot of you guys this past year.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely added a lot to our life, I think. So
For sure.
got anything you want to add to that, babe?
Kind of just what I said on last week's show about how I just joined Twitter for you, like to support you, and didn't really have any plans of sticking around. But everybody has been so awesome that I don't want to leave.
Yeah, she kind of does that. Yeah, she'll
I
start
do
hanging.
what?
Just start hanging around and just never want to. Just kidding.
Whatever.
Just kidding. So I'm gonna have some scalloped potatoes and some Caesar salad and New York strip. So I'm gonna get to cooking, guys. But hey, yeah, we'll be back in like I guess maybe close to an hour or so. And gonna play some games tonight for a little while. I don't know how long we're gonna go. I really want to watch that movie, telling you the truth. So but we'll see how long we play for. But yeah, maybe Halo Master Chief Collection in about an hour or so, guys. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys.
Hi,
Have a good
Froggy.
one.
Merry Christmas. Merry
Oh,
Christmas,
hi,
guys.
Froggy. Bye, Froggy. Y'all take it easy. Bye.
Bye.